I hope they're better than what I've become. Sha-la-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la, la-la-la-la, la-la-la-la. Thank you. Let's follow your lead. It's important to know that a little bit about me, I guess, in context of the songs. I only know how to write about stuff that I know about. I'm not very good with poetic abstractions and the like. So everything is pretty much about stuff that's happened to me or my family. And my boys, Ian and Noah, 6 and 4, respectively, figure fairly heavily into some of these songs and the legacy that I'm hopefully leaving them with at some point. I know they get a little tired of me playing these songs around the house, so I appreciate y'all listening. This tune is called Swimming After Dark. I wrote this about spending summers with my grandparents at our family cottage up on Mullet Lake in Sheboygan. So, Swimming After Dark. Wake up, kids, it's time to go. Your grandma and I are taking you out for the day. Well, okay. We're heading north across the bridge to Castle Rock and the mystery spot, 'cause it's such a beautiful day. And if you behave, we can get past these in the park. And when we get home after Alice's, we can all go swimming after dark. Not supposed to spoil you like this. We wouldn't be grandparents if we didn't. So come on, kids, let's go. We'll head to the docks to catch a 10 o'clock ferry across the straits. We'll spend a day on Mackinac Island. And if you behave, we can get past these in the park. And when we get home after Alice's, we can all go swimming after dark. And if you behave, we can get past these in the park. And when we get home after Alice's, we can all swim after dark. Thank you. This tune called Swim After Dark. Apologize for having this music stand in front of me. I'm a bass player by trade, and I can only cram so much music into my brain, and lyrics have eluded me. So even lyrics that have come out of my own head continue to elude me, and so I require a little safety net on some of these tunes when I keep my eyes open. Anyway, I wrote this tune during the pandemic. It's called No Matter How Hard We Try. It's nice and depressing. Try to forget all we know. Let's head on down that old rabbit hole. See where it leads to. Can't be much worse than where we are now. Could you ever imagined even 4 years ago that we'd be here with our hearts on the floor and plans on the shelf? That's just the way things seem to go. No fire of our own, everything just seems to wanna fall apart. Let's say roll with the punches and take them as they come. Where each one has come harder and faster, and I'm pretty sure I'm done. Makes me wonder just how much I can bear. All this back and forth forever until I break apart at the seams. That's just the way things seem to go. Through no fault of our own, everything just seems to wanna fall apart. Time and again. So take my hand, baby. Let us make a new start. This past is past. It's who we were, not who we are. You don't live life in photographs alone. They just serve as reminders of where we were yesterday and how far we've come. How we thought all this should go. So many years ago, long before everything fell apart. Time and again, no matter how hard we try. Time and again, no matter how hard we try. Thank you. This tune called No Matter How Hard We Try. I'm lightening it up a little bit. Got a little heavy there for a second. Happens. This next tune is my dad's least favorite song of mine, mostly because he figures fairly prominently in it. It's called The Warriors Hall of Fame. I gotta learn to stop worrying about things outside of my control. I come from a long line of warriors. It's fair to say worrying's written on my soul. So it's something I dare to worry about. chances are I've already done my time, worrying about what might happen. Worries all tumbling through my mind. Yeah, my grandpa and my dad, they're both worries. I suppose that makes me a worry too. It's not the kind of thing skips a generation or two, and now I'm worried my boys will be worries too. Not sure what I'd do if I stopped worrying. Well, I suppose it's another thing to worry about, 'cause I come from a long line of worries. I screwed up my words to my own song and I had them right in front of my face. Live music, folks. Live music. I'm just gonna take that one from the top again. Alright. Not sure what I'd do if I stopped worrying. I suppose it's another thing to worry about. Just like this old world keeps on spinning, worrying's what keeps me moving on. 'Cause I come from a long line of worriers. My grandpa's in the Warriors Hall of Fame, so I gotta work at my worrying. Else I'm worried I might ruin the family name. 'Cause my grandpa and my dad, they're both worriers. It's safe to say I'm a worrier too. It's not the kind of thing skips a generation or two, and now I'm a worry my boys will be worries too. Worried that my words might have you worrying. Maybe you think this worrying's causing me pain, but it's a long-standing joke in my family. All them poor boys worry more as they age, and so my dad's catching up with my grandpa. Old ladders set the bar possibly high. Worrying had him call state police a few times. Worried that one of us had died. Yeah, my grandpa and my dad, they're both worriers. It's plain to see I did not stand a chance. It's not the kind of thing skips a generation or two, and now I'm a worry my boys will be worries too. Yeah, I'm a worry my boys will be worries too. Oh, I'm a worried my boys every worry is true. Thank you for humoring me on that. I can't believe I screwed up my own song, but good. That's I like that one too. That's a little bit of levity. So now we're gonna get heavy again. Cleared the room for a second, but yeah, Warriors Hall of Fame, that will be on the record for sure. That one's gone over pretty well. This next one is called Silver Linings. A simple twist of fate has brought us here, and I know it's hard for you to reconcile with what just went down. This will take some time for you, but you know it's just a passing phase. You probably feel much better in a year, and you know it's It's never quite as bad as it seems. You've always been one for silver linings, and you know this too will end. Try not to think too hard. There's nothing that you could have done to prolong all of the suffering and the pain of just wanting to die. 'Cause you know there's only so much you can take before you just wanna give up. And no one is to blame for all of that they put you through. And no, this too will end. And I wonder if you're wondering about me, hoping that I'm doing well. 'Cause you know I often think about you. Oh, I've no one left to tell. And I know it's just a passing phase. I'm sure I'll feel much better in a year. And I know it's never quite as bad as it seems. But I've never been one for silver linings. And I know this too will end. Thank you. The hard stuff kind of throws folks off sometimes, so I like throwing that in there. All right, I'll do another lighter tune. This one, I suppose this one isn't that light, I guess. This one's called Work in Progress. It's a newer tune I wrote a couple months back. It goes like this. Try so very hard not to disappoint you, to be the best version of myself. Try so very hard to live the life you'd hope for me, and not be the black sheep of the family. Try so very hard to live up to my name, to make others who have carried it proud. Try so very hard to be the best that I could be, without ever really knowing what that might mean. But I know what it means to be lonely. I know what it means to be sad. I know what it means to feel like life has passed me by. Yeah, I know what it feels like to cry. Try so very hard to make a good name for myself, one that would in turn make you proud. Try so very hard not to open up and bleed, to be the kind of person others might need. Try so very hard not to disappoint you, to keep all of my concerns well in check. try so very hard to keep you from finding out what disappointment really might mean. But I know what it means to be lonely. I know what it means to be sad. I know what it means to feel like life's passed me by. I know what it feels like to cry. I know what it means to be lonely. I know what it means to be sad. I know what it means to feel like life's passed me by. I know what it feels like to cry. Thank you. That one's called Work in Progress, which is basically what I am. Still a work in progress. All right, this next tune is called Something to Think About. I wrote it during the pandemic. A lot of this stuff I wrote during the pandemic because I started doing the solo thing during then. I mean, we're still in the midst of it, so I should say within the last few years, but it's all just kind of one long year at this point. Anyway, I like I say, I was a bass player by trade, played with Drew Hale, a bunch of other folks in town, and then I started an acoustic duo with Rhett Takur as Rhett and John. We play around town all over the place. And then I decided to diversify even further and start doing solo stuff and start writing some more of my own music. This is a tune I wrote. It's called Something to Think About. I'm gonna fix that capo real quick. To all my friends who are far more talented than I could ever hope to be, I know this year, well, it's been hard, much harder than it had to be. But we've had plenty of time to get to know ourselves and who we really are. If we could just... I just blanked on the words on that one. I started thinking about it too much. That happens sometimes when you start thinking about the words you wrote and why you wrote them. And this one I wrote because it kind of felt like when we were all strapped inside and everybody was just doing stuff online, it felt like a reset to humanity, and everybody was preaching all this stuff about love and kindness and tolerance, and I really hoped that that was going to be the case when we all came back into the world. And sadly, it doesn't seem to be the case. I don't understand why it's so hard to just be kind to one another and be tolerant and understanding, but I guess that's just the world we live in. Anyway, we got me. So I try not to write, topical, political, social things, but this one is kind of that. And I think it's important to think about the fact that what you say online, you got to back that up in real life too. And I don't think, there's a lot of people that are all about it and do that, and it's very admirable, but it's very hard to do it as well, especially in the current social and political climate in which we exist. And I don't mean to be up on a soapbox here right now, but just that's kind of where I'm at with this song. So I'm gonna get back to it. But just be kind. Just be kind. Just be kind to everybody. It's not that hard. It's really not that hard. It takes very little effort. Just be a decent human being. So let's all try to be decent human beings, huh? Now I got myself all discombobulated because I don't usually talk that much. We could just hold on to those memories of how far we come and how far we've yet to go. I think the coming year could well be ours. So let's take what we've learned out into the world, watch close and help it grow. No doubt the sun and fresh air will help clear our minds, our hearts and our souls. When we come back together once more, I hope the love we've preached will be fully on display, and that the sentiments expressed electronically will come through in our actions towards one another. Yeah, let's consider this a second chance. Yeah, let's consider this our second chance. Thank you. Thank you for humoring me as I went off on a little tangent there. So I have a friend who has a theory that you cannot tune and talk at the same time, and I'm bound and determined to prove him wrong every single show by talking and tuning simultaneously to prove that it can be done. Maybe not effectively, but it can be done, as evidence right here. All right. Take a quick drink. Throat coat tea, in case you're wondering what's in the bottle. Thank you, Melissa. I appreciate that. Killing it gently, softly, quietly. All right, here's another tune I wrote about spending summers with my grandparents. It's called Seashell City. And there's a line in here that says, maybe someday when you're grown, you'll be far away from home and you can think of me here. And I played this tune in Nashville back in December. And found myself a little choked up thinking about that lyric and the fact that I was far away from home and thinking of her at that point. So this tune is called Seashell City. Hold this to your ear to hear a sea that you may never see. She said as we stood amongst the cluttered racks, no top and a bee. Your grandfather and I been around the world so many times I've lost count. Every time I see another, see a start thinking home. Everyone who's back there, how we wish you could go with us, but you're still too young. So the best that we can do is head on up to Seashell City. We can hear the world. They got everything the world can offer you. Starfish from the deepest oceans to shells from the Caribbean. Maybe someday when you're grown, you will be far away from home, and you can think of me here. All of us sit back here, how we wish we could go with it, but we're just too old. So the best that we can do is head on up to Seashell City. We can hear the world. And all of us sit back here, how we wish we could go with it. We're just too old. So the best that we can do is head on up to Seashell City. We can hear the world. This thing called Seashell City. It's a little tourist stop off I-75. I tried to think of another song that might have referenced the tiny little hamlet of Topinaby, and I don't know if there is another one, so I feel pretty good about that distinction. All right, this next tune is called Despite the Signs. That I had known half what I do now. Makes me wonder if I could have helped you out somehow. Maybe something I had missed, hiding in plain sight. Conversational lifeline, simply too far adrift for me to see. Maybe this was the ending written out all along. We just somehow failed to read between the lines and see it for what it was, despite the signs. Easy second guess, maybe somehow change the outcome. The way this soul played out, searching for clues within the ashes of the fiery mess you left behind. Who am I to judge between what's right, what is wrong? It's just the outcome's much more permanent than anything I could hope to say in song. maybe this was the ending. It had written that all along. We just somehow failed to read between the lines and see it for what it was, despite the signs. Thank you. It's a tune called Despite the Signs. It's about the importance of checking in on your friends. It's a little heavy, sorry. All right. This next tune is called A Handful of Chords. It's kind of an informal mission statement, I suppose. It goes like this. Giving up on trying to be anything I'm not. All the best that I can do, simply have to do. It's all that I can offer, it is all that I am. If it ain't good enough for you, it's probably best we both moved along. I've tried on other guises and acts throughout the years, none of them did fit quite right, they just hiding my fear. Being found out is a fraud to think I am. Stuck up here, strumming away without a backup plan. So I stick with a formula that's both tried and true. A handful of chords and words steeped in truth. It ain't the demand to know all that hard to play, but there's nothing else I'd rather do at the end of the day. There's just no sense in trying to be anything I'm not. It's not a competition, I'm just doing the best I can. Words that I am singing are both honest and true, but I understand if all of this simply ain't for you. It's not that complicated as you can plainly see. There's plenty of folks who can write and play much better than me, but I found myself a road to hoe. I can safely say that I'm pretty damn pleased with the dividends it has paid. So I stick with a formula that's both tried and true. A handful of chords and words steeped in truth. It ain't the demand to know all that hard to play, but there's nothing else I'd rather do at the end of the day. Yeah, I stick with a formula that's both tried and true. A handful of chords and words steeped in truth. It ain't that demand to know all that hard to play, but there's nothing else I'd rather do at the end of the day. A handful of chords. How am I doing on time? We got a few more. Okay, all right. I'm gonna do a couple more here. I'm gonna do a John Prine tune. He's obviously a fairly major influence on me. Has been for a number of years. Like I first got that self-titled record in high school. It kind of blew my mind. Even though it's so simple, it's the writing on it is just great. So here's a tune from that. It's called Hello in There. We had an apartment in a city. Me and a red who like living there. It's been years since the kids are grown. Her life further on left us alone. John and Linda live in Omaha. And Joe is somewhere out on the road. We lost Davy in the Korean War, and I still don't know it for. Don't matter anymore. You know that old trees just grow stronger, and old rivers go wider every day. Old people just grow lonesome, waiting for someone to say hello in there. Hello. Yeah, Loretta, we don't talk much more. She sits and stares through the back door screen, and all the news just repeats itself like some forgotten dream that we both seen. Someday I go and call up Rudy. Work together at the factory. What can I say if he asks what's new? Nothing, what's with you? Nothing much to do. No, that old trees just grow stronger, and old rivers go wilder every day. Old people just grow lonesome, waiting for someone to say hello in there. Hello. So if you're walking down the street sometime, spot some hollow ancient eyes, please don't just pass them by and stare as if you didn't care. Say hello in there. Hello. Thank you. It's a John Prine tune. Hello in there. All right, is it good if I do two more? How are we doing on time? Okay, we're all good? Okay. All right, so I'm going to do, these next two tunes are off of the EP, the Plus Two, which you can find on all streaming services under John Richard Paul. This next one's called Wolves at the Door. It's written as COVID was making its way northward in March and April of 2020, I guess that was. It feels like it was just a couple weeks ago and also a million years ago, because time has ceased to exist and or matter apparently in my brain. So and I'm sure that's true for a lot of folks. But anyway, this tune is called Wolves at the Door, and it goes like this. There were wolves at the door, heard them coming down from the mountains and the woods. Way outside of town, they're pawing at the windows, sniffing at the locks. I guess it's only a matter of time before they find their way inside, with the teeth flashing white and the tongues all a-wagging. It's a place for us to hide, gotta ride it out. Hope for the best and maybe see you on the other side. I never thought I'd see the day when the whole wide world went to hell, when we all had to stay, wishing, hoping, pray to make the goddamn thing go away. We're all in this together, no matter who you are, we're all bound to suffer. By the light of a dying star, from the richest to the poorest, all points in between. Sometimes I hope we'll never see again. We were hiding beneath the pillows with our blankets on our heads, nestled deep within the false security of our beds. When the news came down, the wolves had come to town. I guess it's time for us to lock up all the doors and shutter up all the windows so no light can come in. Hurry up and help me out before things begin to go from bad to worse. I hear them wolves howling now. I pray to God we make it out alive. I never thought I'd see the day when the whole wide world went to hell, when we all had to stay, wishing, hoping, pray to make the goddamn thing go away. We're all in this together, no matter who you are, we're all bound to suffer. By the light of a dying star, from the richest to the poorest, and all points in between. Sometimes I hope we never see again. Never thought I'd see the day when the whole wide world went to hell, when we all had to stay, wishing, hoping, pray to make the goddamn thing go away. We're all in this together, don't matter who you are, we're all bound to suffer. By the light of a dying star, from the rich to the poor, all points in between. Sometimes I hope we never see again. Oh, these are times I hope we never see again. Yes, these are times I hope we never see again. Thank you. Played that a little hard. It caused the guitar to go out soon. Anyway, if you check it out on the record, Miss Grace Easley from Colorado, a group called Ransom, plays a pretty searing fiddle/violin solo on that, and I've yet to be able to replicate anything even remotely close to that. That's the nice thing about being a working musician, is you get to meet a lot of cool folks on the road and playing around. I met them at Beaver Island Music Festival last year when I was there with the Drew Hale Band. Met them and a lot of nice folks down in Grand Rapids. So it's been nice to get plugged into that scene as well a little bit. Hoping to start playing down that way. Just playing out more in general. Anyway, so I got one more tune. This last one is the title track off of the Plus 2 EP. It's about, I realized I had too many depressing songs, so I needed to write one that was a little less depressing, but then still managed to make it self-deprecating, because I got some mental health issues that I'm sure there are many of us that struggle with. So yeah, I take a jab at myself in this tune, but it's a love song to my wife and kids. It's called Plus 2. It goes like this. For sure, but I know that you're the one for me. 'Cause after all these years, you still choose to stand by me. And I It's not always the easiest thing to do, never knowing quite what you'll be coming home to. 'Cause I can be a bit much, and I know that's hard on you. We had our ups and our downs, but no more or less than anyone else we know. And I spent nearly half of my life loving you, building a life together now plus two. I've never known much for sure, but I know you're still the one for me. Even after all these years, I still love waking up next to you. And I spend the rest of my days loving you, and the life we share together now plus two. Thank you. That was plus two. You can find that on all streaming services. Got a nice dobro solo from Mr. Mark Lavengood. And Drew Hale helped out on production on that and a couple other songs on the EP. So it's nice to have friends who can help you out and do that kind of stuff.
John Richard Paul. Woo! All right, everybody. You got me on a mic? There we go. Hey, what's up, everybody? Give it up one more time for John Richard Paul. Thank you, my friend. That was beautiful. You can get +2 on all streaming services. We're talking the Spotify. We're talking the Apple Music. We're talking the Xbox Live Sound and the... Oh, yeah, I'm there. All right, fantastic. Thank you again, my friend. And your website is johnrichardpaul.com.
That is correct.
All right, fantastic. Check them out. I'm going to play a couple of your tracks. If you can hook me up with a demo or something, I'm over at WNMC, so I'll play something for you next Tuesday night.
Sounds good.
Again, one more time, give it up for John Richard Paul.
Thanks, everybody.
All right, again, I am Doc DPC, and you are listening to our live stream from Founders Hall at the NMC College. You can find us at... or Soundbites at NMC Audio Tech on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. Thank you to the crew. You guys are amazing. Thank you to the audience. You guys are amazing. Join us next Wednesday, February 9th, 2022, for Matthew V. Now, I haven't done my background on this, but I'm wondering, based on his name, do you know him? John Richard Paul. He's Matthew.
I don't.
No, you didn't travel with with the disciples. No.
No.
All right. Well,
I didn't.
we'll figure that out. Thank you again so much for joining us, and stay safe out there. Wear a mask. Get vaccinated. We love you very much. Peace. We out.